You are watching Soundwave's Soundwave Sunday. Operation Question and Answer. Initiate. Booyah.
Hello Autobots and Decepticons, my name is Soundwave and I'd like to welcome you guys all to another Soundwave Sunday! In this episode we have quite a bit of questions to get to, so let's get it poppin' right away. And all Transformers Universe questions will not be answered because of an agreement I had to sign to play that, so we will skip over all those questions. And let me think, do I have any general questions that I should answer off the bat? I use the HD PVR to record, I use the Blue Snowball microphone, and I'm currently not accepting any friend requests on either system, and I like pie. Alright, first question comes from Dr. Professor Body. Do you think you can organize a community-wide play War for Cybertron Day? Because that way the community would all be playing War for Cybertron at the same time and we could play fun game types like Power Struggle and Countdown to Extinction instead of just TDM. I think that's a good idea, but sadly, right now, my desire to play that game is none. And I think maybe that's in part because of I'm having fun with a lot of other games, and maybe that's because I just played it a ridiculous amount in the past. But I do plan on coming back to that game at some point, just not anytime soon. Next question comes from Grimlockamus Prime. Mungry, what do you want for Christmas? Soundwave Sunday! And what I want for Christmas, you know what, when you get older, you don't really want anything for Christmas. You just kind of are content with seeing everybody that you love and care about and eating good food. So that's what I want for Christmas. I just want to be able to enjoy it with friends and family. Next question comes from Leader Elite. If you were a Transformer, what class do you feel suits your playstyle? For me it would be the Scientist, since the jet form makes them good for hit and run tactics. And number 2 is, since you have Grimlock in the opening for Soundwave Sundays, have you ever considered using Starscream in one opening? I can imagine him trying to take it over just like his attempts at becoming leader. For the first one, I would have to go with a Scout. I enjoy sneaking around. I think I would make a pretty good infiltrator. I like the kind of ninja approach. Now, I don't always play the infiltrator in the games or anything like that, but it's more game-based when you go to playing those type of characters. In real life, I think I would be a very cool infiltrator and you would have the most adventures, so I think that'd be pretty cool. And, well, maybe not the most adventures, because everybody else has good adventures as well, but I think I would have to go with like an infiltrator or a Scout. And for number 2, I actually don't make my intros. The guy that makes my intros is in the description below. His name is Oscar. You guys can all check out his channel, subscribe to him, tell him that you want a Starscream intro, and then maybe he'll do that, because that would be pretty awesome as well. Next question comes from Toy Insider. What game are you most excited for in 2013? Now, 3 games come to mind right now, and I'm thinking about doing playthroughs of them. First of all is Tomb Raider. I'm loving that. I watched them play that on, I think it was IGN or GameInformer.com for like an hour, and I cannot wait for that game. I don't know what it is about that game, but it just looks smooth, amazing, and it just draws me in for some reason. And I'm very, very excited for that. The second game, I know you said what game, but I'm going to give you 3. The second game is definitely Sly 4 Thieves in Time. I am super excited for that. I'm going to try to get Sly 3 in before that game happens because I'm really a huge fan of the Sly series. And the last one is, I don't know the name of it. What is the name of it? It's like Boom Block Theater or like Block Theater. It's from the makers of Castle Crashers and it looks cool. It's coming out next year. I cannot wait for that. That is going to be just amazing with friends. Alright, next question comes from Divine BF3. If you were to make a third Transformers game like War for Cybertron and Fall Cybertron, what would you add / remove? You can go in depth as you want. Soundwave Sunday! In depth. Okay. Well, it's tough to say this because I'm not a game developer, so I don't really know what goes into it, but I would definitely combine both the weapons together. I would tone down the ones that are easy to use and upgrade a little bit the ones that are more precision and take more aiming. And then I would also add in lots of game modes. I would have a ton, you guys know I would have a ton of those. I think the customization is good, but instead of having it how it is, I would have you be able to mix every part with every class. I think that's a good idea. Probably add in an extra class in there. And then also maybe a forge. I know this is like a ton of stuff, but a forge would be pretty sweet. I know a lot of you guys would love having your own maps to make. I don't get into buildings too much, but I think it'd be good for a lot of people. And then also escalation, you know, I would make it so that either you could go on limited waves, or maybe you could do like a special story mode with like a boss at the end, depending on which map you pick. I think that'd be pretty sweet. But I think that's all I can think of right now. Oh, kill streaks I probably would add back in, but I wouldn't make them so strong. I would probably make them maybe 2 passive ones. I don't know what they would be. And then maybe 1 lethal one that lasts for, like, not nearly as long as, like, the cannon or poke did. Maybe just, like, 1 lethal strike or something that you could use. I think that'd be pretty cool. Next question comes from the Transformer 333. Mungry, how did you combine Soundwave and Sunday into Soundwave Sunday? This is for Soundwave Sunday number 29. And this is, well, Soundwave, he's more of, you know, he's got the tape deck, G1 style. So he kind of reports things back. He learns, and then he kind of reports it back to Megatron. So I kind of thought that was fitting for a question and answer series. Next question comes from Mez Yo Baby Food Del Armago. Anyways, my question is, if you could live in any fantasy world other than Transformers, what would it be? Mine is Soul Eater. Death the Kid is B.A. Wow, this is a very, very difficult question. I don't know if I would want to go with something where I could just kind of lay back and chill and just like eat everything I wanted to. If that was the case, Strawberry Shortcake. Yeah. The cartoon or the game, I'm sure it'd be amazing because there is just a ridiculous amount of food there. Otherwise, I would probably have to go, if I just didn't want to just be one big fat slob the entire time, which I probably would, so I'd probably pick that. But if I didn't want to go with that, I'd maybe pick like Mario or Zelda, because I love the adventure and the thrill of trying to go get the girl through all that stuff. And maybe I'd lean towards Mario a little bit more because some of the worlds are based on food in the new one. But I like Zelda style better, so maybe Zelda. But Strawberry Shortcake for the win because I love to eat me food. Next question comes from Mr. Transformers 2225. Mungry, have you ever sweared in your life, like saying the F word and things like that? Of course I have sweared in my life. And for the channel purposes, I wanted to make a channel that was fun for everyone and it had a clean environment for the family, and that included using proper vocabulary and not having cuss words on it. So that is what I wanted to do for this channel, and I have lived by that ever since I started putting up my first videos. Next question comes from RoboGamer1HD. Soundwave Sunday episode 29 question. Early Christmas edition. Do you love eggnog? And of course I do. Eggnog is the bomb digs. Yo, I love my eggnog. And I think I liked it more when I was a kid, but I still love it now, and I cannot wait for them to have it during Christmas because I always make sure and buy a little bit of eggnog. And RoboGamer1 HD, he also makes Transformers videos, so if you guys haven't, check him out as well. And Merry Christmas to everybody. I know it's early, but Merry Christmas as well. Alright, last question comes from The Antic 1. What recorded games or game is your favorite and why? That is a tough one, and I'm actually going to give you 3. I'm going to give you 3 right now off the top of my head. Number 3, and this is from least to favorite, but they're all good because they're my top 3. Number 3, Transformers Cybertron Adventures, because that game was a welcome surprise, and it was on the Nintendo Wii, so the graphics weren't the best, and the gameplay wasn't necessarily the greatest, but boy, that game was fun, and I had a great time with everybody playing that through, especially in the comments. We had some great comments back and forth. I really, really enjoyed that game. For my second, it would probably have to be Journey. And Journey was a PSN exclusive. I don't think a lot of you guys watched that playthrough on my channel, but I definitely recommend it. That game is amazing. I believe that game is more of an experience than a game, and it's something that you guys should all play. And my overall number 1 favorite game that I've recorded and why is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. It's my overall favorite game, and when I sat down to start recording that game, I was like, man, am I going to get lost in this game? Am I going to know where to go again? And it all came back to me, and I think overall that is probably going to be my best ever recorded LP in history because of my passion for that game. and it was hilarious. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I thought I did a great job making that game super fun and amusing for everybody while sharing some information about the game, and I think it was probably my best ever LP recording, maybe because it is my favorite game and I'm a little biased, but I really enjoyed doing that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember to leave your questions in the comments below for next week's Soundwave Sunday, and have a great Soundwave Sunday, everyone.